live stream. We had technical difficulties getting started, but we're ready to go. We have Jose, Stacy, Matt, myself, Tom, Bob, and Greg in attendance from the board. We have Vincent, our executive director, Rudy, our attorney, and Laura, our secretary. So if I can, the first order of business is approving our minutes from September 9th, 2025. Does anyone have any questions, changes? It's a no. May I get a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion.
Jose, you get a second?
I'll second.
Yeah, Greg seconding it. All in favor? We're going to do a roll call. Apologies, roll call. Jose?
Aye.
Stacy?
Aye.
Matt?
Aye.
Myself is an aye. Bob?
Abstain.
Greg?
Aye.
All right, motion's passed. Now we'll invite any public comment on the items of the agenda for today. Anyone write in, Vincent? Nope. No? All right. So if we can, then we'll jump right to the executive report. Vincent, show yours.
Yeah, all right. So for my report for this month, a couple key matters. So our budget was submitted to the ABO. The parents' budget report is now available and posted on our website. Second thing is I'll be working from home for the next couple weeks, as my wife and I are expecting a baby tomorrow. We're going to the hospital tomorrow to have a baby, so exciting. Third, I didn't put it on here, but it was brought up last meeting. The board, we have to, if you're not using your IDA email address, we need to start doing that, because if you are using your personal, you are subjected to FOIL requests if that ever arises. So Greg, I know we still have to get yours made. I will handle that this week. But going forward, I highly advise that everyone uses their IDA email address, and if you need help getting access to that, please let me know so we can get that addressed. Couple project updates and business development over the past month. So I've been working with a cider manufacturer who is looking to expand their operations and locate a new facility for their manufacturing, but they also want to have an agritourism destination that includes apple picking, a taste room, an event venue. So I've been working with them to try to find a site here in Montgomery. We've looked at a couple sites so far that I think were a little out of their price range, but still working to keep them here or have them locate here in Montgomery, and if not, help try to keep them in Orange County versus outside. I've been working, well, not working. I've had an initial conversation with a developer who's interested in constructing an industrial facility here in the town. They expressed that they would need IDA assistance. I don't have many details about this project, but we have a meeting scheduled later this month to discuss what they're looking for, what type of project it is, and where it's going. I do know that they did submit an initial thing with the planning board, so again, it's still very early in that process. Choice Films. In my discussions with Choice Films, they, I've discussed with them, IDA incentives and how the IDA can help assist any future development that they're looking for if they're looking to further invest in Montgomery, which they've, are very excited and looking forward to having their base of operations here and heavily investing into the town. With learning about the IDA and the incentives that we offer, they're very eager to expand their operations here, and they're currently looking to build a second film studio here in the town, and have really expressed that they're going to utilize the IDA to help that. So it's very exciting. Additionally, in talks with the county, we're starting to have a conversation about maybe doing a future master planning of a future film industry business park. Hopefully somewhere around the airport. We can help utilize the airport with that, where the business park will have, multiple studios, hotels, shops, everything that, the film industry needs in terms of like their supply chain could be located in this business park. So Choice Films has expressed they'd be very interested in having that conversation. So that's to be determined. Last month I mentioned that I've been having discussions with an advanced manufacturer, a consultant representing an advanced manufacturer that has expressed strong interest in locating in the town. They said that they currently have a draft IDA application prepared and intend to submit it soon. This project would represent significant capital investment and bring high-quality, high-paying jobs to our residents. The milk factory. So I reached out to the city winery owner and CEO, Michael Dorff, for an update on the milk factory project. Michael confirmed that the project's still moving forward, though it's been delayed due to the challenges to get financing. They do expect that the project's moving forward. They just need more time to get their money. And they've also expressed interest in possibly seeking an IDA bond to help finance it. So I've been in contact with our bonds counsel, Bob McLaughlin. He had me share all of the milk factory resolutions and applications to see if there's an avenue the IDA can assist with the financing. Hold on, I think I'm a page short here. Hold on. Sorry, please hold. No, okay. Some meeting of events this past month. I met with the COO of Strata Platform and Site Selection, Susan Donkers. It was a very productive introductory meeting. She's the co-founder and COO of Strata Platforms, which is a property data tool for site selection professionals and EDOs. Susan is also formerly a vice president with Global Location Strategies, one of the biggest site selection firms in the country. She helped provide a lot of valuable insight with me on the site selection process and what expectations consultants have when looking for sites. She did request our marketing deck that I put together for the town, and she shared it with her team, and they sent back a whole written up feedback structure on how we can improve that and, further connect with site selections and the type of data that they ultimately want to see in a marketing package like that. So it was very, very good meeting. It was a very good talk. I attended a webinar for the future of food manufacturing. This was a discussion with industry leaders that was moderated by Global Location Strategies CEO Dee Caldwell. The discussion covered key findings from the 2025 Best Places for Food Manufacturing Report, which identified emerging metros and trends that are influencing location decisions. Industry leaders shared firsthand insights on expansion, infrastructure, and investment strategies that are shaping the food manufacturing sector right now. I had a good meeting with the SUNY Orange workforce development team. So I met with Dr. Jean Leandre, who's the Vice President of Workforce Strategy and Development, and the Workforce Development Executive Director, Stephanie Camposa-Geyer. We discussed ways the IDA can collaborate with SUNY Orange to market and leverage their workforce training programs with businesses that are looking to establish operations here in Montgomery and Orange County. They provided me a tour of their facilities and detailed various workforce development grant programs that are available. So when we have discussions with companies looking in here, there's grant programs available to them that SUNY Orange will do like a 60-40 funding for workforce development programs in partnership with these companies. Took part in the Walden Rotary Golf outing, which was a great day of golf and connecting with members of the community. And then we had the Orange County Economic Summit, which brought together more than 300 community and business leaders to celebrate local innovation and industry. It was held at the historic Paramount Theater in Middletown, which this year's event highlighted products that are made here in Orange County and featured panelists from leading local companies such as the newly announced Garanet Pharmaceuticals, Planet Health Foods, Orange Packaging, Universal Thin Films, Present Container, and Minimax. There was a strong emphasis on the growing film industry as well, which highlighted Montgomery as the home and the hub of Orange County's booming film sector.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you, Vincent. Appreciate it.
Okay. So, sorry, almost done. Also attended the Orange County Partnership Annual MVP Breakfast, which drew more than 450 attendees from the business and economic development community. This year's honoree was the president and CEO of the Orange County Chamber, Heather Bell. It was another great opportunity to network and strengthen relationships. And then for marketing, currently in discussions with Will from Acquisitions Marketing to produce a video that'll highlight one of my personal favorite IDA success stories, which is the CADG LLC project, better known as the Orange County Ironworks. The video will feature a testimonial from the CEO, Dan Tuttle, and showcase how With IDA assistance, the company was able to expand and create 112 good-paying jobs in our town. The story will serve as a powerful example of how the IDA's programs directly contribute to business growth and community prosperity. And that'll do it for my report this month.
Okay. Thanks, Vincent. I was just eager to say that I continue to be impressed on how much you do from month to month and are out there representing and provoking conversation and interest in what we're doing. So
I appreciate that, yeah.
it's good to see that energy again. But I do want to open it up to the board with any comments, questions, feedback.
Absolutely, I second that motion, because I know that as far as the logistics is concerned, there's a lot of balls that you have to jiggle there. There's a lot of phone calls, there's a lot of texts that you have to, and not only that, but according, with meetings and stuff like that, because it's so important for us to move forward. And by you diligently doing all of that, it's just monumental. Because I know you make it look easy, but it isn't easy. And we recognize that. So
Thank you.
it's appreciated.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Anyone else? All right, great. So what we'll do now is move on to the review of the financials.
Yes, all right, thank you, Tom. Checkbook balance of $3,204.49. Sailfish escrow account, $3,212. Key Capture Energy, $1,840.
First one was, what did you say?
I'm
First one was?
$3,204.49.
By the way,
We have two different, do we have two
as
different
of
things?
September 30th, I have 13,000.
So this is what I brought from my office this morning.
Is that, here, try this,
You want me to go to that one? This is what my secretary gave me this morning, 9:30.
what is the date on that? It's, should be the same.
Good catch, Steve. Let's see what we got here. What's the date on this, 9:30? Interesting.
Do you want to pause and take a review?
Let me see that.
Just to make sure.
I'll look.
I mean, mine says the date on it's 9/30/2025 as well.
Yeah, the beginning balance isn't even the same.
She sent this to you guys, so maybe I'm gonna go with the one that was sent. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I think
Oh, here's your problem.
this is,
Okay. Okay. She gave me 9/30/2024.
oh, 2024, okay.
Okay, so checkbook beginning balance from last report, $2,041.37. Transfer from 4593 of $10,000, deposit of $1,000. Leadership Orange of $1,700. Checkbook account balance now is $11,341.37. Sailfish escrow, checkbook beginning balance, $3,212. Key capture, $1,480. City winery escrow of $580. MMDA municipal checkbook beginning balance of $286,657.79. Interest of $527.88. Bringing that total, with a transfer of $10,000, bringing that total to $277,185.67. Hudson Valley Country Club, $7,187. The public fund bank card of $981 with withdrawals of QuickBooks, $41.09. Google, $285.45. MailChimp, $10,051. Sweeney's Irish Pub, purchase sign, $46.22. MailChimp, $28.65, which brings you to a grand total in the checkbook account balance of $569.61. So our Orange Bank and Trust has $11,341.37 in its Sailfish escrow of $3,212, Key Capture of $1,480, City Winery of $580, our trust money market of $277,185.67, and the Hudson Valley Country Club of $7,187, and the public fund trust card of $569.61 brings to a grand total of $301,555.65. Thank you, Stacy.
Any questions for our treasurer, CFO, head of finance?
I just have one question.
Yes.
Yes.
I wasn't here at the last meeting. City Winery, it went down quite a bit, right? 580?
Yes, it did.
Did we give money back or something?
City Winery. No, I don't believe so. Where's City Winery escrow?
I didn't think it was 580.
I thought it was up higher, too.
Yeah.
I don't have last one.
No, it says last month was 580. If you look at current and last month meeting, it's the same.
Okay. Oh, yeah, right here.
After the meeting, I can go back and I'll look at
We can go a month back before that.
Okay.
their most recent transaction, which probably a few months ago, but I'll get that out for you.
Was the most recent, did we give money back though? Because I remember it
No,
was
they
high, right?
had a attorney cost
Oh,
when,
okay.
when we were doing the, like the payment plan stuff for them, like earlier in the year, so I know there was a cost for that, that drew out of that account, so.
And then we were supposed to get some money in too, weren't we? But there was some
Well,
issues.
they had overdrafted their account like earlier this year, which they sent a check, I think it was for $2,500 to bring that current.
Right.
But then again, there was an attorney fee that took out from that, so that brought us down to that.
I just looked at the last meeting too, it was 580.
It was 580. What happened with, didn't we make the agreement that we were something with the interest or the time period, they were gonna give us money in
Yeah, well,
increments?
we agreed to do a payment plan for them
Right.
to help facilitate them getting their finances sooner and move forward. Which, with the payment plan, we had added like an adjustment for inflation over the course of the payment period, which brings their total fee, I think it was like an extra $8,000 for us.
When does the payment plan start?
Well, it was supposed to start once they close on the project, but they're having trouble still getting the finances, which they're not going to move forward and start until they get the finances to cover the debts on the project. So again, they gave me said it could take another year, but
But that's for Milk Factory, right?
the milk factory, yeah. The milk factory is owned by City Winery, so it's City Winery and Milk Factory.
Okay, but there are two different lines on here? Isn't there one?
No, City Winery
So that
escrow
was
is
it?
for the
Okay.
milk factory, yes.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so we're good to move forward for,
Yep. Yeah, there was a check in July for $760.
yeah.
That
There
went
was, okay.
went to legal. Yep.
Thank you.
Yep. All right, any other questions, comments on the finances? No? Did I get a motion to accept and form?
I'll make it. Oh,
Or second, Stacy. All right, so roll call, Jose?
Aye?
Stacy?
aye.
Matt?
Aye.
Tom's and I?
Aye.
Greg?
Aye.
All right, motion's passed. All right, the next item on our agenda is continued conversation around Prime Meadow and their IDA application. Vince?
Yeah, so since you can step up, Peter, if you'd like. So after our last meeting, our attorneys got eyes on the application, which, they had some questions regarding the application, which we just got answers back this week, which thank you for that. And again, I think the biggest concern was the estimated project cost.
Right.
We didn't have a definitive number, there was like more of a range.
We're having
So I just saw, Jeff, you sent me an email just now, which I got,
So
that,
we've got an estimate from Boyson for land work. okay?
We're collecting our information. It's,
And we've got another estimate from another gentleman out of Monticello. Those have been forwarded to you also. They're close in price already. And then the third thing is that I have a price for the building itself, and that's the concrete and everything that goes inside, including the sprinkler systems, whatever else is required.
okay.
Okay, that is from, in your email right now.
Okay, so I believe the number is like
We also
$5.3 million?
We also have an estimate from Jack Dara at the railroad stating about $300,000 for the whole rail placement. That would include, the whole thing.
And is that included in the price that was
is
on here?
not in there.
Okay, so,
The rail is a separate quotation, the groundwork is a separate quotation, the building, there's 3 quotations we're getting. So I apologize.
ultimately, so Rudy, if we choose to induce today, and the number comes back as higher, we can adjust those numbers at a later date?
If the number increases, we can adjust it, but depending on how much it increases, it might require an additional public hearing.
Okay.
I'll make it simple, that I have a certain budget that I have to meet, and we're aiming at around, originally, we were hoping to bring it in around 5 million, and with the rail and so forth. And, everything costs more today than what you think it's going to cost. And, and then there's also the unforeseen that they're telling me about that I didn't think about beforehand, when you talk to engineers and other people. So we'll have, within the next 2 to 3 weeks or 4 weeks, a more concrete number. And we'll interview we've had 2 different quotations for the groundwork, and in addition to that, I'm in the industry to supply the materials for the groundwork. So, we know that the prices are going up, the variable with all this Trump, one quotation was $30,000 higher for the same exact material than the other guy, because they're calculating it at replacement value as opposed to in stock. But all I can say is that in the next 6 months, everything's going up in price if it's in steel. So, but within 2 weeks, and thank you for your help, I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
We hired, in fact, our first employee for the program. Her name is Christine, and unfortunately she couldn't be here today, but she'll be managing the project for me. And she has a paralegal degree from Sobo & Sobo, and she had some experience with working with Crassi Realty, and she's currently working for myself and an attorney. So we're sharing her time. And but between her and Mr. Johnson, you asked me last time if I have an attorney. I mentioned to you on an email that the Patrick Hickey that we use for the closing is not that familiar with the IDA work. So we're doing our own work, and then Kurt will review it for us, Kurt Johnson. Kurt Johnson, you might know from Montalbano, Condon, and Frank.
Yes, I know him very well.
Okay, so Kurt's going to review everything for us, and the young paralegal, Christine, who works for me, will be doing the work. So, and I spoke to a few of these people, and I said to them, listen, I'm not going to ask you for 60 cents on the dollar, but I am going to ask you for 90 cents on the dollar. Okay, we are going to negotiate the best price we possibly can, of course. But since I've started this process 60, 90 days ago, I just want you to know that I'm more in love with it every day.
Okay.
Because of the help and the assistance I've gotten from you, Vincent, and from Jeffrey, and just Michelle, and everyone here is just wonderful to work with, and it makes me feel very comfortable. And I have to sell this I don't have to sell it to my partners overseas, but I have to present it to them properly in a business-like fashion. And, if it takes a little bit longer to get things together, but I want to be in this building within a year and a half, or 2 years maximum. So I don't know what the construction, I can build the steel for the building, I could build in 30 to 60 days. And we're already seeing other opportunities, and this is what I want to talk to whoever I need to speak to. We may be bringing in a lot more steel than we thought. When I first spoke to you in the last meeting, I told you that my cash flow only allows me to bring in a certain amount of dollars, and that would be maybe 300 tons per month. But now we're looking at probably 300 tons per week. Now, I gave you an estimate of the workers, and I didn't start thinking about, you need an IT guy, you need this one, you need this one. And so it's going to take me, I think in the next 30 days, I'll be able to give you a much better presentation than what I've given you today.
Yeah, no, it's,
It's a work in, for me, it's a work in progress, and I have some other projects I'm working on as well. So, but.
So, on the application, you said that you have $6 million in financing for the project. Do you?
We have $2 million cash in the bank at all times.
Okay.
And we have I have more than enough net worth in the build. I have $5 million sitting in my building over. We have we're getting our. We're currently doing a review and an audit for 2 of our companies.
Okay.
So we'll have a, one company does 40 million in sales, and we keep about $1 million or $2 million in there. We have about $4 million in cash in the bank.
So I just want to keep the conversation
Yeah.
just to the project costs right now.
Hmm?
So on the application, and what Jeff just sent me shows the estimation for the construction for the project as $5,395,000, and that's not including the
Yeah,
rail
building.
part. That's just the building.
That's the
We
building.
got another 2.6 million for the site.
So it's-
With all the infrastructure, bringing in the water lines and everything that's necessary for this.
My goal is to bring this building in at between 5 to 6, after I have the next 30 days to negotiate and get hard numbers on sprinkler, hard numbers on sewer, and better, I mean, I've seen all these good, the men that Jeffrey's introduced me to are wonderful contractors. But, I like to put my own input in. And,
So, Rudy, what do you advise we do? Like, do we, is there a way that we induce the project today at, say, I don't know, $6 million?
Six
And
would
then
be,
if-
six, I think 6 would be the number.
And then next month, when he has a clearer picture, if we have to tune that, just so I'm trying to be amenable to the.
In all honesty, if it comes in at 5.5, I'd be a very happy guy.
Right, well, we can always adjust, like Rudy said, we can always adjust the numbers down if the numbers come in lower, but.
That's
I mean,
what I'm hoping.
If the site work and the building, like, because we need a number, the total project number of all the work.
Right.
So the site work, the construction, the rail,
It's a complete ball of wax finish.
Yeah.
so,
Key project.
because, and the reason that having a definitive estimate is important is because the incentives that we give out and that we approve is dependent on that number, and it also determines what the IDA fee is as well.
If I were to use a figure, to be all honest, I would say about 6.
So what do you advise, Rudy?
The draft of the inducement resolution that I provided was using all of the highest numbers from their application. It seems like the numbers are increasing. We can induce with these numbers. I don't know if you want to have the public hearing until we get the final numbers from the applicant, because if you do a hearing at 5.395 million, and then it becomes 6 million, you would have to do another public hearing.
Well, I was just taking the 5.3 plus the, well, actually, it's actually, if you take all the numbers, it's coming to like 8 million between everything. But, that's without negotiation, that's without discussing things and because everyone's just giving me their wish list. And
I mean, if the project does come in at $8 million, and that's the number you get, would you be able to move forward with the project?
Yes.
So I'm going
Yeah.
to make a recommendation, and I would recommend that we put this off for a month. And it sounds like there's some things that are still being determined, some unknowns that impact the.
I wouldn't think that would be unreasonable. I think that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I just want it to be the most efficient
Sure.
process. We don't want to do 2 public hearings.
Right, I don't want to
We
waste your
one
time.
public
I don't want to
hearing.
waste your time.
We don't want to waste your time either,
Yeah.
right? And so if we put this off for a month, come back with the
How's
details.
your schedule work? It would be,
We meet every month, the second Tuesday of the month.
The thing about this is.
so then we're saying not November, but December?
No, we would meet November,
November,
I
yeah.
believe it's.
What?
In November.
November?
The next
Yeah.
meeting is November 11th.
November 11th, I'll be in Dubai.
That's also Veterans Day. I don't know if that impacts.
What's that?
Oh, yeah.
November 11th is Veterans Day. I don't know if that
Oh,
impacts
okay,
the
so
board.
we would have to, okay, so, thank you. I gotta check to see if that's on our board schedule.
I'd
We may have to
be
move.
happy if we could set for a December date, and then I have more time to work with you gentlemen and discuss the figures more properly.
Yeah, I mean, if that works for you, yeah, I mean.
I think December 11th would be better, because then I come back with concrete numbers, because we haven't, we haven't gone back to renegotiate with these people and to fine tune it. And also I wanted to make sure that I look for some unforeseen problems that could happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
I just had a question.
Yes.
I'm kind of learning.
Sure,
just
hi.
as you are. The application fee is based upon the amount, right?
Yes.
So let's just say hypothetically, it was 8 million.
Mhm.
how much of a difference is it in the application fee from what he's paying now?
Well, I mean, if it's 1% of the total project cost, it's pretty significant. It's 8 million versus 5 point, I mean, it's $55,000 fee versus an $80,000 fee.
Okay. And that's paid up front at the time of the...
That's paid at closing, yes.
Okay. Because I was going to say...
When you say closing to when?
When we approve the project and you sign the documents, the closing documents for the project, that's when the IDA fee would be.
So that would be within the next 90 to 120 days?
Yeah, well, right, like,
It would be after the authorizing resolution has been adopted by the board and.
So hopefully if we get this done by December, then maybe you're saying what the time frame would be?
well, so if we put this on hold until December,
Mhm.
and we induce the project in December, then the following month is when we would have the public hearing.
Okay.
After the public hearing, we can, if the public is okay with it, we don't get a lot of public feedback, we can close the public hearing in January, and then the following month, we would be able to do the authorizing resolution.
Okay.
So you collect the fee before the public hearing?
No, we would collect the fee after the public hearing, after the
You vote
authorizing,
after we vote.
after all the closing documents are done, and, you know, the project is gonna move forward.
I
then-
guess my question is, and again, just curious, if you pay the fee after the public hearing, why wouldn't he take the worst-case scenario, get it approved, and like you said, if you come down, you come down, that's not a big deal, if you come down. If he
Well, I
knows
think
8
he-
million is gonna be the cap, and it's
I think for us, it's important to have just better information. I mean, this is my recommendation.
right.
Better information, because if there is a reservation point, let's say the project comes in at $12 million, so like, we're not
Yeah.
going to do this,
Right.
right?
Gotcha.
And also, what I'm hearing too is there's greater opportunity for employment being considered based on the weekly increase in steel being shipped in. So if we have those employment numbers, I think that'll help with the public
Right.
hearing.
Okay.
We're beginning to see more and more opportunity.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling more and more comfortable with the project, you know, and I did, you know, one thing I'm looking forward to is the meeting with the rail next week before I have to head to Houston, then from Houston I'm going directly to Dubai in India. So I'll be traveling for the next 2-3 weeks, and luckily that's why I'm hiring a staff spearheaded by Christine. And and then Deepak, who you met. And also I brought in Lejeune, so you have 3 young people that will be helping me out.
Okay.
Well, we'll be here to help. I mean,
Yeah.
seriously.
And by the way, what's your name, sir?
I'm Tom Jones.
Tom, I want to say thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate your insight. I think
just
we
have
both,
a basic question. What exactly does your company do?
we are importers and distributors primarily of tubular products. Now the tubular products we import are used for fire protection systems, for hand railings, for the structural supports in steel buildings. They're used for overhead doors. They're used for awnings. They're used for greenhouses. We're in all of these industries.
Right.
We're in the water well business. We supplied Dan Dempsey at Dempsey Pipe probably 50% of his pipe at one time.
Okay,
So most of his pipe was being imported from us.
okay.
And so we're intending to increase the water well end of the business, working with Blake Industries up in Monticello and Schmitz Wholesale and a few others. And so we're going to increase that. And we're also talking to U.S. Ductile Iron, because we're in we share a facility with Wind Water now in Walden, and I own that building with 2 other gentlemen. And I lease 11,000 and 22,000 goes to Wind Water. Wind Water is the 3rd largest in the USA. They do $3.8 billion. That location does $30-40 million in distribution. They're one of the largest if you need underground pipe for water flow into the building, or if you need a sewage pipe, you go to Wind Water.
Right.
They're one of the top people for that. And we have the machinery for the fabrication. They don't. Very few people, except for Ferguson Enterprises, have their own. So I would be one of the only 4 or 5 people in the New York area within 120 miles that could fabricate up to 24-inch. And I'm spending about $400,000 in the next month on equipment. Regardless of tax abatements, I don't care. I need the equipment now. I'm flying to India to get the drives for the machine, and I'm buying the tooling in the USA. So we're using a combination of Indian, Chinese, and American technology combined into one unit. I'm manufacturing my own unit.
Thank you. Thanks. I would like to make a suggestion. On the applications, could we add, like, basically what the company does?
Sure.
I think it's on there.
It just
I
says,
think
it just says manufacturing.
Yeah, and they also came in last month. They
Yeah.
gave the full presentation. too.
Oh, I
It's
apologize.
interesting, you know, you like to know exact manufacturing is pretty broad.
Yeah.
Your name is Stacy, right? You said?
Yes, yes.
We're going to have a website eventually, so the website we have now is under construction, but we'll have 5 different divisions of what it is, and I don't trust computers and I don't trust phones
Right, right.
because of all the fraud and everything that goes on right now.
Yes, lots of it.
So but we're a separate corporation, we're a U.S. corporation, but we have partners overseas, and we do, the name of my first company was Alliance, because I think of business as an alliance between the manufacturer and the customer and myself. And my father used to be a distributor for truck equipment for Heil and for larger companies in America. So I have a very strong distribution mentality. I like to work with the largest people in the industry for my supply and some of the larger people for sales. And we're now doing the fabrication for some of the few of the largest people in the Northeast.
It's wonderful. Congratulations. That's great.
Thanks. So
Great.
it's,
That's awesome.
we're a little bit more nimble than they are. It's harder for them to get something fabricated than if we do it. But I'm also having, and this is one thing, Vincent, I want to approach you with, and I'm going to need some help, is workforce. We are having, you know, my workforce is getting older, and we're setting up a separate operation just to weld gates together, make fencing, and I need to add on 2-3 welders, and I need to talk to somebody about getting people in, and I'm willing to spend market value or even above. I mean, I've dealt with union labor before. I've signed up with unions from time to
I think
time.
this is the guy you're gonna.
Pardon me?
Yeah, I was going to say.
This is the guy that's me. This
Yeah,
is
I can talk to you after the meeting if you like.
Oh, that'd be great. Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm Matt Stoddard.
Matt, nice to meet you. That'd be great. I want to, you know, it's, the most successful employee we had, I told you at the last meeting, was through a government program when we were members of the Orange County Chamber of Commerce and HSBC Bank. They found us a military program where we hired a vet, and we were getting $10,000 per year for the training of a veteran. And he had formerly worked on a submarine as a welder.
That's great.
So, you know, if I can, you know, but we're going to be we already started to manufacture these gates, and we're going to be doing repairs on foundations, formworks. You know, the Sunbelt Rentals just opened up down the street, but we're going to be approaching Sunbelt Rentals to sell them futures of product at their headquarters for the entire country. And we're already supplying to the people who supply to the Home Depot all over the country.
Okay, great.
Well, thank you, Peter.
Thank
Really-
you, I apologize.
So
No,
we'll-
Well,
Tom,
thanks for the explanation. That's
No, I
great.
just want to say, really
Yeah.
appreciate you, and I think, you know, we all agree that this is a great example of what an IDA can support and help be successful, so
Yeah.
it's the type of project.
Exactly.
That's great.
Well, Tom, Matt, and Stacy, nice to meet you all.
So, and I
Yes.
just wanted to make a quick comment too,
Yes.
because I was paying attention the last time you spoke, and you did mention that you were hiring veterans.
Yes.
As you stated before, and you just reiterated it right now.
Yeah.
And that's kindly appreciated. The other thought process that is going through my head right now is, you know, speaking with BOCES, you know, because BOCES.
Oh, yeah,
they
definitely.
do have programs, and I see that you're willing to, you know, stretch your hand out.
Yeah.
To help the community, and I
Yeah.
think that this is a program where BOCES can also come, you know, together to make it.
That's
possible.
exactly what I want to do. I want to approach the local universities and
And
BOCES
that's
both.
appreciated,
We want that.
because we keep it local.
Yeah.
We want to, you know, it's, I listen, if an employee only drives 15 to 20 minutes to work, it's more likely he'll show up to work.
Yes, exactly.
And it has been a challenge to find good people. I mean, it's always been a challenge. I think my father used to build truck bodies years ago, and you know, and it wasn't easy for him 30, 40 years ago, and we just bitched differently.
Well, Peter, thank you very much.
Thanks.
So I think
Thank
we'll-
you.
we'll-
I
so we
appreciate
agree.
it. Thank
We'll-
you for
We'll
listening.
table this till December. If something happens and you get your numbers sooner, you can make the November board meeting, let us know, we can move it out, but.
Together. I really pushed hard to get the numbers from Boyce and everything.
No,
Well, November,
Joe,
like I
we-
said, I'm going to be in India, and then Dubai for
Yeah.
2 weeks.
And Jeff, we appreciate that. Again, we just need the total, we need the whole project, all the numbers put together, and that's, because ultimately that's what determines the
And we
incentives.
just put it for 2 weeks for them, because there wasn't really even a geo report, so to guess what's in the ground. We got a couple pictures.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
tell the
No,
whole
yeah,
story,
right.
you know?
No, this is good. It gets us ready for the project.
We're gonna find
We're just a
out.
little
We'll
early in the
have that
process.
By December 9th, you'll have a much more detail.
That's perfect timing.
I'm,
And anything we can do to
I
help, just let
got
us
to
know.
prove to my father it was worth him to spend my education at NYU.
Thank you, Peter.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so the next item on the agenda is continuation from the previous 2 board meetings. And it is the consideration of the IDA term cycles.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Matt,
I'll get in touch with you.
how can I get in touch with you?
I'll get in touch with you.
Oh,
You have a number?
yeah, I'll pass
Matt, that'd be super, thanks. And by the way, I'm right down the street, come visit.
Okay,
And
yes, sir.
Jose, I'll visit with you too.
Talk to you.
All right,
Thank you, Peter.
Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.
God bless you. Have a good day.
You got
Okay.
All right, thanks.
That might be the friendliest man I've ever met
Very
in my
nice
whole
guy.
life. All right, so yeah, just again, this was the final representation, which was a continuation of our conversations of term cycles and the process around it, which would require amendment to the bylaws. Today, what we would do is if we agreed to this final version, it would go out for public review,
Yeah.
right?
So, Rudy, do we actually need to open a public hearing for it? Because I know it says at the end of the bylaws, amendments to the bylaws are amended with the approval of at least the majority of all members, but no such amendment shall be adopted unless at least 7 days prior written notice is given. It doesn't say anything about public hearing.
Yeah, it says that the notice needs to be given to the members of the agency.
So
To the
are we
IDA.
able to adopt that today, or is it?
All of the board members would need to have had 7 days written notice to
They'd have to
review
have
this.
the red line copy in their hand for 7 days, even though we talked about it the last meeting, and,
That's what the language of the bylaws.
Let's just stick to it.
All
right. so we can, if the board is good with
So,
the amendments, right? We
yeah,
can-
so I just wanted to just highlight the changes, make sure there's not any last questions or concern around it. There were 2 primary things that we talked about, is that nobody can be removed from the board without cause. That was something new that we put into this, so someone just can't say you're out today or what have you. The second thing is the 3-year cycles, which means once you get to the end of your 3-year cycle, there's no limitation on how many 3-year cycles you can participate, but then it goes back to the town board when you get to the end for consideration for reappointment. We put together a proposed reappointment schedule, which is the same that we talked about last time, except with one major shift, and that was because with Bob's retirement, we wanted to make sure that we had a historical connection as we go through this process. Matt is the next person in sense of duration, tenure with the board. So Matt would come in on the next cycle. So he would stay through the first 3 cycles. He would stay indefinitely, but it would go into consideration at that third, in the 4th cycle, actually. So under the first one, which would be for, for reappointment consideration would be myself and then Bob's replacement, since he's retiring at the end of this year. And then for the second one, it would be George and Stacy. And then the third one would be Jose and Greg. And then if I happen to be reappointed, which is what this should say, then it would be myself, Matt, and then the person who is appointed into Bob's vacancy. So, again, 99% of what we talked about last time, the 1% was the shift in, Matt's continuation.
Does anyone have any reservations about that cycle, the schedule? All right, so if everyone's good with the language in the bylaws, then we can pass it at the next meeting in November and not make any changes.
Yes.
Good, right? Yeah.
All right, sounds good. So
Right.
if anyone has any questions concerning in between, please let Vincent know when he comes back from, his parental duties in the next couple weeks, just so we can talk about it.
I will still be available. I'll still be taking phone calls for, business-related stuff. It's just, I'll be doing it from home while holding a newborn baby in my hand, so, yeah.
Awesome. And then the next thing on here was, as we were going.
I have a question, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. So I'm confused with the new appointed board member who's going to start this January, coming up on the 26th. On the
If we
26th,
find,
right?
yeah.
Oh, because you don't know their name, so you.
Yeah,
This is,
yeah.
okay.
So with this, I guess now's a good time to say it. Speaking with Tom in the past 2 weeks, I'm going to put out an advertisement on Facebook, share it with the town will share it, that we are accepting resumes and applications for the board seat in January. So we'll start that process after today, and then we'll have a couple candidates that we'll interview and go from there. I have a couple people that have expressed interest already, so we'll see what we get in resume-wise, and we'll have something in place by January.
Can I suggest too that you also send it to the villages, because some people might not come to the town website, but if you live in Walden, you might go to the Village of Walden Facebook, or their website, same thing.
We also talked about like, maybe putting like an ad in the Walker Valley Times,
Sure.
so everyone can see it that way too.
Yeah, we heard your feedback, Stacy, because when you came on afterwards, or recent ones, you said you really didn't see the advertisement out there.
No, yeah, right.
So we want to make sure we hit that mark this
Right.
time.
Yeah.
So,
And LinkedIn, it's not a paid position, so LinkedIn, you know what I mean?
yeah, and then maybe for the crew around here too, it's so much. So I
Right.
think making it as accessible as possible.
Right.
I
Maybe
think
village websites.
Village websites are
And
great.
village Facebook pages.
Yeah.
That's all I would add.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
And if anyone else has any recommendations or channels, please let Vincent know, and we'll make sure we use them. And we do anticipate, as you can see, like deals are building, right? And so we're going to see more activity come in, so expertise will be great. Interest and expertise are going to be key.
Great.
All right. So the last thing is we were going through just looking at all of our policies, and as we talked about last time, we recognized that we were missing, we had a code of ethics, but we didn't have a code of conduct. And, so this was the version that we reviewed last time, which has been looked at by the law firm and identified with red line. So, if anyone has any final questions, concerns, support for it, as you can see, substantively, it didn't change.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, that's what I was just going to say. Upon review, substantively, everything is acceptable in the policy. It was just revised stylistically.
Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I think the only thing I would add is that this kind of also defines like what cause, going back to the bylaws, if, this gives like a way to hold us accountable, make sure we're doing the right stuff, and if any of this stuff is broken, that could be used as cause to remove, a board member, which hopefully doesn't happen, so.
Yeah. And for me, the way I look at it, it's pretty run-of-the-mill. It's pretty standard, I think any governing body would expect. I think we talked about that last time. And this just says that we acknowledge it, because that was a void in our policies.
I got also a question. So I understand this now that the board, the town board, that the town board now, if there's they just can't, it's not at the will of the board or whatever. There has to be a reason now.
They would have to publicly explain why.
Why that they're getting rid of him?
That's
Okay.
with the bylaws, changing the bylaws.
That's
Because that was
actually
not,
pretty good.
yeah, that was not in our bylaws before.
It's
So we
actually
wanted-
pretty good.
Yeah, because we don't want to be, well, you don't want it to be political, right? You want to be able to operate with your independence here,
Right.
bring your expertise to the table, and so on. And so that
There has to be, There has to be a reason for them
Yeah.
to remove a person on the
They
board.
can't just remove
No,
somebody
I
and then
think
stay
that-
silent about it. They
yeah.
have to explain
Before,
why.
we just work at the leisure of the board.
Yeah. But we are independent, or semi-independent, however
Yes,
you want.
yep.
We're appointed, but still independent, so it gives us that autonomy.
I like that verbiage, actually.
All right, good. So, if there's, we can take a vote on the code of conduct, right? That doesn't need any additional.
Yes,
All right.
yes.
So, if I can get a motion to accept the code of conduct,
I'll make the motion.
second is Bob, all right. Roll call,
Aye.
Jose, Stacy,
Yes, aye.
yeah, Matt,
Aye.
Tom's an aye, Bob, aye, Greg.
Aye.
All right, the motion's passed. All right, any other business? No. Anyone else on the board have other business? Jose, do you have connections with BOSI? Do you have connections with BOSI?
No, I don't.
No.
I wish I did, but I don't.
I
How about
actually,
veterans employment?
No, not them either.
Because those are great ideas.
Thank you.
I'm
But you know what, I'm sorry to interrupt
You're
you,
good.
but I can probably, I mean, I can look into it and see, what the approach would be.
Yeah,
For then open up the doors so that we can implement something.
that would be great.
I have a good friend is the director of communications for Orange Ulster BOSI, so I can reach out to her and,
There you go.
get connected to the people that I need to talk to through her,
That'd be
so.
fantastic.
Yeah, definitely during this day and age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, great. If I can then, can I get a motion to adjourn?
I'll make the motion.
Well, one thing before we adjourn, I just wanted to, can we confirm our schedule for the next
Yeah,
meeting?
All right.
Let me just
You
make
said
sure.
it falls on Veterans Day?
Does
Yes.
fall on Veterans Day.
Because we'll have to change our public notice too.
I got to, let me make sure, I'm looking at our schedule on our website right now, just to make sure, I didn't already have that scheduled for a different day. So, okay, so on our regular meeting schedule, it does say that our next meeting is November 12th, which is a Wednesday, so I will correct that on the agenda here, and
All right. So everyone, please take note of that, November 12th. You'll let George know?
yes.
Excellent. And so that will be a Wednesday for the month of November. November 12th, 2025, 1 PM. So now I will take that motion to adjourn. Is that you, Jose?
Sure.
Excellent. Greg, second. Roll call. Sorry.
Aye.
Aye.
That's an aye. I'm an aye. All right. Greg's aye. Motion's passed. Meeting's adjourned.